Thank you for tuning in to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast, a no judgment zone podcast that covers lifestyle, entertainment, news, and sports. Even though KC doesn't watch sports, but these are minor details. By the way, he reads tarot cards too. Yes, I really mean it. He reads tarot cards too. And now, the host you've tuned in for, KC Phoenix.
Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix, and I am doing a quick 3 tarot for today, March 9th, Wednesday. All right, for those who are new to this, the quick 3 tarot is for the collective. It's not for a specific sign. As I say with any reading, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. All right. Also, before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. When I was doing the pre-shuffle energy, that 8 of Wands came out again. And it's interesting because that was during the last quick 3 tarot reading that I did, where it was about change. Because 8 of Wands is about change, it's about action, it's about movement. So movement is happening. Healing is also happening too, because during the pre-shuffle of the quick 3, the star card showed up, which again goes back to healing. A wish is coming true. In the previous episode, if you look up the quick 3, if you're watching this on YouTube, I have now given it its own section playlist. You can go to the quick 3, and it's the title of that one is "Do Not Fear the Change You Manifested." And for some of you, it's happening fast. The Chariot card is the fastest card in the deck. Also, some of you could be dealing with cancers, or you may have cancer in your chart, or you could be a Cancer. The Chariot card showed up, the Star card showed up with healing, faith, renewal, hope, a wish coming true, things of that nature. I believe from the pre-shuffle energy that some of you are attempting to keep the faith, even though you may not be fully certain about how things are going to work out because stuff is happening so fast. You're still holding out hope that it's all going to come together in the end. Also, with the Chariot card showing up in the pre-shuffle energy, some of you may be doing some sort of traveling, or someone may be traveling towards you. So I don't know why. I just heard unexpected visitor. So yeah, good luck with that. Trying to think if there's anything else before I get into the main reading. Also, I heard job too. Somebody might need to relocate for a job. That may be the thing that comes in. Some of you may already be in the process where you got the call, and now I don't know why, but I feel like, and again, this is only going to probably resonate with one person. I don't know why. I feel like somebody got a call for a job that's in a different area, and they said yes without knowing how they're going to move to the area. And now they're in the process of doing that. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Whatever works. Let me go ahead and get to this. What is the energy for the collective for Wednesday, March 9th? What is the energy for the collective for Wednesday, March 9th? What is the energy for the collective for Wednesday, March 9th? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? Here's that magician again. As soon as I split the deck, I told you, people are manifesting. You can't make this stuff up. The magician came out during the last reading in a different deck. You can't make this up. when I split the deck? What is it that the collective needs to hear? Oh my goodness. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? For March 9th, Wednesday, what is it that the collective needs to hear? What's at the bottom of the deck? Justice. Something is balancing out for someone. Justice is at the bottom of the deck with the Magician. Some of you may be dealing with a legal matter. Some of you may be signing contracts. That could be going back to that individual I was talking about that took the job, but they didn't know how they were going to move to the location, to the new area, and they may be preparing to sign a lease. So you may be hearing something about an approval for a lease. Others of you, you just may be dealing with contracts in regards to something else. It could be in regards to financing for a car, which, look, we all have free will. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You can do what you want to do. And this is not financial advice. Everything is inflated right now. Just keep that in mind. Everything is inflated. And the inflation will continue to go up a little bit more. But what goes up must come down. So if you're thinking about signing a long-term contract, then just really make sure the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, because you don't want to sign a long-term contract on something and then you end up upside down, meaning that which cars lose their value anyway as soon as they roll off the lot. It's been very rare that cars appreciate, even though with the inflation right now, cars have appreciated due to the inflation. But you don't want a situation where when stuff finally comes down, you bought it when it was up. And I'm just making an example. Let's say you spent $35,000 on a car, financing a car. But then the crash happens where stuff comes down. And then the car that may have lost about, I'd say, $2,000 or $3,000 in value after having it for about a year with a little wear and tear, has lost about $10,000 in value. So you just don't want to be in a situation like that. Just keep that in mind. And again, we all have free will. You can do what you want to do. And it's not financial advice. All right. But justice is showing up. So something seems like it may be balancing out in your favor. Or there may be something. Thank you. Interesting. The plot thickens. Okay, I'm glad that card came out. Some of you could be dealing with the Libra. Thank you. I'm going to take it as is. 2. This has gotten very interesting. I'm getting the not everything that glitters is gold vibe. Something about a contract. If you're thinking about signing a contract, I want you to really look at it. Thank you. And what's at the bottom of the deck? And the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you need to really... The Emperor, and I'll show you, for those who are watching here with the Emperor. It's hard to do it to get a good picture. But yeah, you really need to be in Emperor status with anything you are signing. I'm going to title this, Not Everything That Glitters is Gold. You need to read the fine print. And be careful with the offers that come to you. And the reason I'm telling you that is because the first card that came out is the 7 of Wands. And this is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Going back to the contract with Justice, that's a Libra card. You could be dealing with a Libra. Maybe a Libra is doing something shady around you. Or you could be doing something shady to a Libra. Who knows? Also, 7 of Swords can also be strategy too. It can be strategy. But I feel there's deception. The reason I'm saying that is because the second card that came out is the Wheel of Fortune. Reversed. The Wheel of Fortune came out reversed. That's why I'm saying, and I feel like it's something about a contract. I don't want to tell you don't sign any contracts. I'm just going to tell you, read the fine print, please. I want to title this either Read the Fine Print or Not Everything That Glitters is Gold. Maybe I can bunch all of it together and do that for the title. But because there's this eagerness, the Princess of Wands, there's this eagerness to get something done or to close on something because it may be in regards to an opportunity. I'm surprised the Seven of Cups hasn't shown up with these options. But with the Princess of Wands, she can be a little bit passionate, but also impulsive too. And she has these big ideas, but because she has these big ideas, she doesn't always catch the fine details. The Princess of Wands, and this is fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, the energy that I'm picking up, because the Emperor is at the bottom of the deck, is saying, you can have that passion like the Princess of Wands, but you have to have that mindset like an Emperor, is what you have to have. So anything contractual that you're dealing with, make sure you approach it with an Emperor mindset, because there may be some options that come towards you with the Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Swords reversed that may not be for your benefit. And the Princess of Wands may not catch it because she's so passionate about whatever it is she's trying to bring to life, whatever idea. And again, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. There's no gender in tarot. Whatever she's attempting to bring to life, she's so passionate about it that she just overlooks the fine print. It's just like, oh, where do I sign? Type of thing. Or, oh, this is good. This is going to help me get this done, so I can go ahead and do it. But if you're dealing with someone or an entity that doesn't have your best interest at heart, Seven of Swords, and it could put you in a Wheel of Fortune reverse type situation. So when they approach you, or when an entity approaches you with an option, you need to approach them with an Emperor mindset, where you read the fine details and you're like, hey, what are those swords doing in your hand? Where are you walking off to with those swords? Why are you charging me 20% interest when I can get 15% interest or 10% interest or whatever? Why is this in the contract? Why is that in the contract? I'm hearing why is like needs to be your what's the word? I want to say modus operandi, but there's another word. Why not demeanor? Is something else. What's the word? Please. Not mindset. There's another thing. Okay. I almost had it on the tip of my tongue. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's it. Why it needs to be your default. Thank you. That's kind of my thing. Why needs to be your default for everything. If you're dealing with someone, if you're signing a contract and you're reading over the contract, your default for every single thing they put in that contract needs to be why. As an Emperor, why? Why is this 20%? Why is this the due date? Why is this? It's like, and they're going to be like, man, why are you asking me so many questions? Because I'm trying to make sure that you're not trying to pull one over on me. That's why. So why? Why needs to be your default for everything when you're dealing with someone involving a contract? Just saying. Okay, just out of curiosity, what's at the bottom of the Emperor? I'm about to take it. We're going to see it together. What's at the bottom? Ace of Pentacles. That goes to prove. Look at it. I told you. If you have that Emperor mindset, they're not going to get one over on you. They're not going to get one over on you. That's what it is. You need to read the fine print. If you go in with that Emperor instead of the Princess of Wands, we're just passionate, like, oh, let me get it done. In doing that, go in with the Emperor mindset, and then that's going to lead to your Ace of Pentacles, is what's going to happen. That's going to lead to your Ace of Pentacles. All right? So that's all I have for your quick 3 tarot. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. I got distracted for a second. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, be blessed.